Okay.
Yep, here we are loading up a massive boot on the Tesla Model 3.
And it needs a massive boot because we swapped out Tony for David.
And look what
what he's bought. Look at this.
Consumption is going to go through the roof.
It's outrageous.
Oh, he's really up the side.
Look at that.
Anyway.
Luggage for 8 people.
Heading southbound from Cairns today. First charging stop is Tully, and here's the sugar company doing their thing to the sugarcane. G'day, Rob here from Brisbane, Australia, and this morning we left Cairns after a couple of nice days day tripping around, and I've been relegated to the back seat, as you can see. We left at about a bit after 6 and stopped at Tully for a charge, and now we're heading south towards Townsville.
Well, people, we're back on the road again. However, we've swapped out Tony and we now have DB. So we'll be asking DB how he feels about things in the new Tesla. And DB's our man on the street. And yet again, he's another crusty old software engineer. So he looks pretty much like all of us. So DB.
Yes, Brian.
What's the word on the street about electric vehicles in Australia?
The word on the street, well, I got a good lecturing from my neighbour on the ride to the airport just yesterday. He told me that they were a crock. They'll never catch on. He's also the same neighbour that told me during the last federal election that all of our petrol and diesel cars were now worthless if Labor got in because they were going to make them all instantly illegal. So anyway, then he started frothing on about how much carbon goes into making an electric vehicle and shipping it across the world.
Well, what would be the difference in carbon between a normal vehicle?
Indeed. Well, normal vehicles don't need to justify any of that stuff because they're normal.
I see. Oh, yes. And where does he get his information from?
He gets a lot of emails from strange people on the web that sends him to strange websites, and I think he might be a bit of an Alan Jones fan as well, one of Australia's leading climate scientists.
Right. He's the guy on 2GB down in Sydney, is that right?
Yes, unfortunately he also makes it to Queensland apparently.
And do you think his credibility has changed any?
No, his credibility is all about his base, and they love it. The more controversy he causes, the more they love it. Okay, we're doing a fully automated end of lane merge here. Look at that. Oh, you couldn't see that, but I could.
Yeah, I just realised I should have done something about that.
So some viewers have asked for us to show what the display looks like, and pretty much there's one large 17-inch display and it does everything. So you can see in the top right there's a speedo. It's telling us we've got an estimated 266 kilometres range. Hands on the wheel, please. It's currently in drive, and we're using
Did you see that?
the lane assist feature, and the car's pretty much keeping the constant speed and keeping us nicely in the lane. So it's a divided road like this, keeping us nicely in the lane. And it's got a pretty nice Google navigation system. So I'm going to get Brian to touch on the first entry there in the history, James Cook University. And there you go. No, try again, Brian. I'll have to edit that.
Oh, get this lane merge.
Okay.
Oh,
Lane merge.
Drive southeast on Bruce Highway for 11.9 kilometers.
The lane is ending and it's moving us to the other lane. A bit wonky, but
less wonky than me.
Next software update will no doubt be better. So now it's calculated that James Cook University is about 178 kilometres from here. We've got about 2 hours of driving. And here's one of the really long trains we saw on the way. This one's probably carrying coal or some other minerals around central Queensland. And here's the map of the Queensland Electric Superhighway. Let's see. And we went all the way from Coolangatta to Cairns. And we're now heading back. And we're at Bowen at the end of day one. Well, I can tell you it's a pretty glamorous life, travelling, doing road trips and uploading YouTubes. I think I'll have to speak to my editor about that one because I think that should have been in the outtakes. So that was the end of day 5, travelling back from Cairns to southeast Queensland, and we stayed in Bowen. See you tomorrow morning.